Labas vakaras, pradedame spaudos konferenciją su Artūru Milakniu. Prašom, Artūrai, komentaras apie rungtynes.
Labas vakaras. Pabaigėm dar vieną dvigubą savaitę. Sunkoka šita buvo savaitė ir šiandien buvo sunku kažkaip visiems rungtyniauti, kažkaip nuo pat pradžių rungtynėse vėlavom tiek sprendimų priėmimuose, tiek ir gynyboje, tai kažkaip sunkiai ėjosi, sakau, negali teisintis kažkokiais nuovargiais ar panašiai, bet tai atsiliepė sprendimuose, aš galvoju.
Artūrai, paprastai Zalgiris būdavo komanda, kuri savo noru ir pastangom dažniausiai pranokdavo priešingus. Ar manai, kad tas jėgų trūkumas atsiliepia ir šitam žaidimo aspektui šį vakarą?
Negalėčiau taip teikti, nes ketvirtą kėlinį kažkaip randam ir jėgų, ir noro, ir sugebam laimėti. Tai aišku, vėlgi jisai, sakau, klaidinga manyti, nes tu tada jau, kai jau užsidega tavo užpakalis, pradedi rizikuoti, kažkur didesnės pagalbas suteiki savo komandos draugams, tada kaip taisyklė neįmeta jie ir metimų visų, kur atrodo ten pirmoji pusė ir vėluoja, ir bėgi, ir šoki, bet vis tiek baudžia ir atkovoti kamuoliai. Tai sunku pasakyti, sakau, dėl kaip apie visus negaliu sakyti, galbūt sakau kažkur, bet aš manau, kad to negali būti. Ir taip atrodo, kai jau, sakau, užsidega tie užpakalį, tada jau pradedam žaisti, tai gal čia taip keista.
Artūrai, pats graužėsi dėl tų promestų metimų antro kėlinio. Pradžioje atrodo buvo geros situacijos, ar ne, ta atkarpa buvo tada, kai Efesas pradėjo gyti tą persvarą po tikrų Žalgirio metimų.
Jo, tai tokie metimai, tai žinot, tikrai tokių progų daug nesusikursi EuroLeagoje ir kai prašoka, lieki visiškai laisvas. Bet kartais taip atsitinka, sakau, ir geriausiai prameta.
Tai buvo jau kelintas mačas, kai stringai žaidėjai ir Tai Websteris ir Janis Strelnikas, kiek pačiam kaip atakuojančiam gynėjui sunkiau yra žaisti?
Negaliu skūstis savo komandos draugais, aišku, sakau, visiems tas krūvis tenka, dedasi jisai diena po dienos, nors ir sakau, stengiamės ir visi dirba ir treneriai, ir tam tikros parenkamos treniruotės atstatomos, bet aš vis tiek galvoju, jau sezonas persirito į antrą pusę ir tas grafikas tai buvo tikrai daug tų rungtynių ir galbūt, sakau, ir jiem atsiliepia sakau, tose sprendimuose kažkur ir dar Janis šiaip dabar gal, sakau, to žaidimo ritmo neatradęs, tai sunku jį ir EuroLeagoje pagauti, kai galbūt reiktų eiti pirmiau per Lietuvos lygą, galbūt treniruotėse, tai Lukas irgi arė, jau nežinau, kiek laiko vienas jau likęs. Tai sakau, visiems aš tai pagarbą didžiulę jaučiu ir sakau, čia kaltinti ar skūstis, kad ar nepaduos vieno ar kito perdavimo, tai tikrai to nesakysiu. Džiaugiamės tuo, ką turim ir žaidžiam su tuo, ką turim komandai. Tai tokia ta kasdienybė.
Artūrai, Efeso perimetro linijoje labai daug problemų darė, pelnė daugiau nei pusę taškų. Kokia buvo bendra idėja, kaip buvo galima ją stabdyti ir kiek galbūt Zalgiris yra pajėgus stabdyti tos elitinius žaidėjus, ar visgi tokia realybė, kad tenka kentėti? Tai čia gerai pasakė, iš tikrųjų tenka kentėti, kažkur, sakau, reikia atrasti, nuo ko galbūt galima daugiau rizikuoti, tai yra kažkur, turi pasirinkti mažesnę blogybę, o juos, sakau, tokius žaidėjus viens prieš vieną sulaikyti, tai tikrai sudėtinga ir ne viena komanda EuroLeagoje bandė ir visi turi problemų, tai čia vėlgi, sakau, galbūt ten
klausimas jų nusiteikime, motivacijoje, aš manau, kai jie jau užsikuria, pagauna formas, tai tikrai sudėtinga, čia jau reikalinga visos komandos, kas yra aikštelėje, visų pagalba, darnus darbas, kažkur pagalbos stantinimai iš stiprios silpnos pusės. Kažką tai bandom, bet vis pritrūksta kažkur.
Komanda turėtų gerą atkarpą su Džodžio, šiandien Džodžio negalėjo padėti. Ką komanda praranda, kai Džodžio nėra sudėty?
Tai kamulius, faktas, prarandam šiaip žmogų didelį po krepšiu ir duodais ir tos energijos, šiaip tos gyvos energijos, nesakyčiau, kad kiek iš krepšinio, bet šiaip jis yra emocingas žaidėjas ir jam tie geri momentai jį užveda, jis užveda ir komandą, tai vėlgi ten prie kažkokių susikeitimų jis yra ypatingai geras žaidėjas arčiau krepšio, nugarą moka užsimti gerą poziciją prieš mažiuką gynėją, tai tada, žinot, turim ir Paulių, kuris ir mes, ir papasuos jam, tai faktas, kad trūksta, čia neturim didelės prabangos, žinot, kad vis kažkokio čia, galim sakyti, kad netrūko, tai trūko, aišku, kiekvieno trūksta.
Kiek bendrai šitą seriją su tom elitiniam komandom su Realu, su Barcelona, su Pirėjom nutikė pozityviau prieš tą pabaigą, kurį laukia tos jau artimesnės lentynos komandos, Nesvėlis, Monakas, Zvezda?
Yra to pozityvumo, tikrai reikia, patys irgi jaučiam kažkiek, kad tas žaidimas gerėja ir supratimas viskas kažkur. Manau, kad tai tikrai padės. Vėlgi turėsim čia kažkiek tai vėlgi pertrauką, nuėmė rungtynę su rusų klubais, tai turėsim laiko ir pasiruošti ir viskas. Ir manau, kad šitą jau likusią paskutinę EuroLygos dalį pasistengsim užbaigti, kad nebūtų gėda.
Ir gal atiduodant duoklę Tyleriui Kavanau, jisai eilę rungtynės sužaidžia pakankamai gerai. Kalbant apie jo progresą ir apie jo pritapimo komandą ir kiek komanda jau jį pažįsta toje antroje sezono pusėje.
Jis ypatingai daug patobulėjo, aš galvoju, nuo sezono pradžios, koks jis atvažiavo, bet jis ir be galo daug darbo įdeda treniruotėse, labai gerai sugeria informaciją, kurią duoda treneriai, mes žaidėjai tose situacijose, jam dar trūksta tos patirties, skaitant tam tikras situacijas, kuris tikrai galėtų dar labiau išnaudoti, bet jis, sakau, labai puikiai priima tą pagalbą iš mūsų žaidėjų, iš Pauliaus, tikrai duoda daug gerų patarimų kaip jo pozicijos žaidėjų ir jis labai iš tikrųjų gelbėja ir išplečia tiek gynybą ir puolimą ir gynyboje labai stengiasi. Tai jis visada, sakau, susimotyvavęs, nusiteikęs, jis ir EuroLygoje, ir Lietuvos lygoje žaidžia vienodai. Tai aš galvoju, kad tikrai 10 balų.
Dėkui.
Ačiū.
And now comments from the head coach of Anadolu Efes, Mr. Ergin Ataman. Please, coach, your comment about the game.
We were focused for this game. It was very important game for us after two lost last week on the road. And we start the game well. We use very well to our defensive strategy. And we take the rebound, the defensive rebound. We get successful to stop to Ulanovas, especially low post offense. And in our offense, we share the ball well. We take good possession from Brian Dunstan after the pick and roll. And we take the control of the game on the first half. Third quarter was same, so we improve to our defense. We found fast break transition point with Larkin, Mičić, Bebois. And then we take a big advantage. Last quarter, okay, Coach Dose, he changed team, so they play with 5 small. It was a little bit difficult for us to match up. We gave some extra points, especially for Kaunas on the pick and pop situations. But we control all game, and finally we take an important victory in this Zalgirio Arena.
Coach, last week in Monaco, you said that your team was walking, but tonight, as you mentioned, in the first half, you had 8 steals, forced Zalgiris to make a lot of turnovers. We saw a lot of active hands, deflections. What did you do during this break between the last game in Monaco and Kaunas, and how did you manage to wake your team up?
We made a lot of meetings. We talked a lot with the players. We analyzed especially the Monaco game, why happened these things in Monaco. Maybe it was also the upset situation that after we lost in Baskonia in the last quarter, and immediately we traveled to Monaco, maybe like a moral. So we lost the balance in Monaco, but tonight we know that Zalgiris is a dangerous team. Of course, it was advantage for us that Levan didn't play tonight because he is important key. He was important key in their victory, especially against Real Madrid and Barcelona. And I think that players understand that we risk the playoffs also. So, okay, our goal 1 week ago, our goal was the first 4 position. Now with 2 lost in Baskonia and Monaco, we understand that also the playoffs is in risk. And tonight we start the game with a great concentration, especially defensively.
Coach, the energy and effort level is ongoing topic for you this season for Efes. How tough is this year for you personally, to always try to keep your team motivated, hungry, and to deal with this all inconsistency?
We didn't start well the season, after the 3 seasons on the top level in Europe and on the last year title. We start slow, very slow, maybe with 2 different things. Maybe with a lot of confidence to be a champion, to think that we can beat everybody again, and maybe to be relaxed, to lose some motivation after won the title. And then, okay, we understand that life is not easy, and but we get some panic inside of the team because 3 years we dominate the EuroLeague, and now we are trying to keep spot in the playoffs. But I believe that this team has a great capacity, and if we will take chance to play the playoffs, we will be again one of the most candidates for win the title.
Coach, last season, the first part of the season for you was also sluggish, but then after the new year, you won 14 out of 18 games. But this season, throughout the whole season, your team is inconsistent. So, what do you think, looking back at last year, what's lacking this season?
So last season we get a big contribution from Sertaç Şanlı during the season, especially on the second part of the season when Plyce and Dunstan was injured. This season, unfortunately, we didn't have the same contribution for the young player Petrusev. And especially on the five position, we didn't find our main five. Some games, Plyce, he played really great. Tonight, Dunstan, he made a good game. And of course, another things that Krostav Simon, it was one of the very important player for us in our system last 3 years. This year, many injury problem, many physical problems, so he missed many games. And tonight we had a good contribution, especially in defense and rebound from Anderson, from Elijah Bryant. But with Simon, everything was more comfortable for us to play with three guards. Simon is taller, he can defending the three man, he can play the pick and roll. We had a lot of up and down this season for these things.
Coach, just before this game, your team was 8th in the official standings and 5th in unofficial standings without Russian teams. What do you think about this whole situation when it's like 3 weeks with EuroLeague having 2 standings, official and unofficial?
So before the standings, I like to say that all worlds are in trouble right now, especially like a Turkish people, to feeling of the Turkish people. I like to say that for us is unacceptable what's going on in Ukraine, especially for the innocent people, children. So it's unacceptable situation. About the EuroLeague, so on the other side also, I don't want to confuse, because sports and art, they are different things. So some sections in economy, some sections in everywhere, but sports, when I feel that this, my colleague that are working in these teams, in Russian teams, players that are playing in Russian, so they are innocent also. But all their effort that they made during the season, they lost now. Of course, I believe that EuroLeague maybe wait some 2 weeks, 3 weeks is something resolved. But so what we saw, so nothing will be easy, and this real war. And I believe that they announced that 21st they will make the decision. About the standings, so I don't know, to ask the club which part, which standings you vote. I think it's very funny for this. So every club vote for their own average. I believe that in that situations, the competition must be more power and take some decision along, and nobody can say nothing, because this is the competition. EuroLeague is very important competition. And now in that situation, as you know, we had a problem with Fenerbahce, because they asked to us now they get a big disadvantage because they won 3 games against Russian team. And they asked to us to vote for that situation, but it was not fair for my players, for our situation, because these standings that won, gave us more opportunity right now to guarantee to playoffs. Now I think that with only 1 victory more, we will guarantee to playoffs. Still we have chance to reach the first 4 positions. But it was a problem between us and Fenerbahce. But for me, it's ridiculous to ask the club which side you vote. So competition, you can make your decision, and all clubs must accept this decision.
So So you think that the EuroLeague itself had to make this decision, right? Not the clubs, but the EuroLeague.
Yes, because you ask me now, I don't want to make some punishment again for me because I am one of the sponsors of the EuroLeague. You know, this season I pay a lot for the EuroLeague, but this is my opinion, personal opinion, that if they take their own decision, like nobody can say nothing, or maybe somebody critical, make a critical for the competition. For me, I believe that, and also there is two teams that this is competition. There is two teams like Bayern Munich and Monaco. I think Monaco and Red Star. Sorry, Monaco and Red Star. They didn't vote, but they are in the competition. So, and they are more. They have more. I believe that they have more rights than CSKA that vote, because CSKA will not play. So, but something happened wrong, I believe, and they got some problem with the clubs. I hope that in the future, so EuroLeague take his own decision, and the clubs must accept.
Okay.
I hope that they will not give me again punishment because I talk about this, but so okay, that's fine. I am the one of the sponsors of the EuroLeague. Thank you.
And now comments from Zalgiris head coach, Mr. Juras Dos. Please, coach.
Good evening. First, congratulations to Coach Ataman and the Efes for the win. And also I would like to thank the fans to support us, especially in the tough moments. And for sure these are, one reason why we come back with a good last quarter are the fans, and we know it will be tough. We know this from before also without Jojo, to bring this extra energy from the bench, but to play with the best three teams in Europe in this short time, it will not be easy. But like I say many times, nobody don't care. Also we try, everything, but today Efes show, that why they was the champions, and I believe they are still can repeat this. They have quality, and I want to congratulate them. They deserve to win.
Questions?
Coach, you mentioned that team played with those top teams in EuroLeague in a very short time. What the Zalgiris can take from those games to finish strong in EuroLeague with 3 games left in the season?
No, definitely we have good run. Also after this emotion, I believe after Barcelona, was really emotional game. That we get little empty, but for sure a lot. I mean, most likely you can. I mean, they are top players, and we compete against them. And normally you can see who from our players, is, let's say, on this level. For sure, we expect more from some of them. Is no secret, but some of the players, they show the quality and the character, which is good for the future.
You mentioned that you want to more for some players. Do you think can they step up more, or is just like this, there is a sell of them?
For sure, they can step up more, but this will clean in the locker room. Is not the time and place, but for sure I agree with you.
Talking about Tyler Kavanagh, he had another good night tonight. Could you expand on his progress throughout the season? How he adjusts to the team, and how team now he knows him better?
Yes, I mean Tyler is definitely my type of player, let's say, and he fits to my philosophy. And usually this kind of players in this position, they play good in my teams. But still, he's so professional. He's so serious. He come alone almost every day to work out. If we don't have practice, also, I mean, he's really focused. He work individually with my assistants all the time, and he really want to improve. He work also extra with a psychologist. He know why he's here, and he want to show himself. And normally the players who can play also tonight, he like remember some games. When we make these first 3 wins, we put him on 5. He can play both positions, 4-5, and he can play low post. I mean, he's, let's say, complete, more or less complete player.
31 point in the fourth quarter. In your opinion, why your team couldn't, to start kind of this well, from the beginning, not like in the fourth quarter?
Maybe I believe it was lack of energy. No, nothing else. You can see this. The shot was short. The reaction was slow. This is you see immediately. We try. I was little mad on myself. Maybe in the beginning I wait too long with this. First 5. But it was timeout, and we start bad. We catch the rhythm, and after I was little. I mean, in the one side, my idea is tonight to rotate a lot of players, to have because I know that some of players, they play a lot, they are tired, but didn't work out, let's say. I mean, they're really good. They punish every our mistake in offense and defense, and whatever in this moment I decide, for sure I can make something different, but it didn't work out, But like I said before, fans didn't give up. We find in the end, let's say 6 players, mostly Tyler on 5, to finish the game that how we supposed to finish, let's say, to don't get destroyed.
Talking about those moments when your team couldn't, score the basket, who do you expect, to step up in those tough moments when team, is struggling?
Now it's easy to put the fingers on some players, but we lost the rhythm, and especially we didn't have idea. This happened a lot of times, especially second half when we cannot control so easy the offense because they're on the opposite side. And in this, like I'd say, we have offense without specific target, and immediately they punish, us.
It was a bad day for Yanis Strelnieks. Can you compare him with the season of start and why he's struggling now?
For sure, Yanis is an important player for us, no doubt. He suffered all season with the injuries. When he get the rhythm, he get injured. And now I don't know exactly, how many times, but for sure he missed a lot of games and practices. And lately, we don't practice. We just play games. And for sure he's missing, no secret, to help us on this 4 games,
Okay. Thank you, coach.
Thank you.